Yes, people, what we're saying, I hope we're always blessed as ever, and I hope we're excited because today is a different kind of video. And before we get into the video, I want to say one thing straight. This isn't a video based on persuasion. This is my pure feedback and results from me not eating any meat for 6 months. And don't worry, the video is not going to contain any animal cruelty, nor is it going to contain any really cute animals, like really cute animals to make you think, you know what, eating meat maybe is the wrong thing to do. Alright, there's none of that. Don't worry, there's none of that. Like I said, people, this is my genuine feedback and results from not eating meat. I'm here to chat to you, you're here to leave me comments and feedback. That's how it works, nothing more, nothing less. So, people, let's get into the video. Alright, so first things first, the big question, why? Why did I stop eating meat? I'm half Nigerian, like, I'm used to eating meat from a very young age, and it's kind of just one of them things which has always been like a family tradition. Even on my English side, we love a Sunday roast, we love gammon, we love all of it, So why did I stop eating meat? Okay, so the main reason being, I feel like London in general has actually opened up my eyes. A lot of people here are way more, in my opinion, maybe a little bit more open-minded to doing stuff. And here, when I was working in studios, not a lot of people were eating meat, and I was kind of interested. It's kind of all related to being in the environment you are and how it affects you and your decisions. It was just one of them situations. I moved here, a lot of people didn't eat meat, they gave me advice on why I shouldn't, and I just researched some stuff, and then before I knew it, I was like, do you know what, let me just try this, let me just not eat meat. Alright, so now that's all clear and that's the reason, let's go on to the general results I had from not eating meat. Okay, so one of the first immediate results I got once I stopped eating meat was 100% the feeling I get after I eat. And for me, that is such a big thing because I like to go about my day. I feel like I like to be in a cycle, I like to be in a flow, and things hold back your cycle. One of the main things is feeling heavy, feeling lethargic, feeling tired. And this is one of the things which I got from when I did have high consumption meat meals. And obviously once I started feeling like this, you start to research it when you feel better. So now looking back and I've done the research, it's just generally down to the thing which everyone knows, which is that our body could not digest meat as well as other things. I'm not going to go into all the scientific reasons to why our body can't digest meat. If you want to do it, Google it. You've got about 1,000 articles out there explaining everything. But to simply put it, your body cannot digest meat as good as other things. It's going to take a lot longer. And with that, it works harder. You're spending energy trying to digest them. So not eating meat was one of them things which after, my body was fine. I would eat something, I'll be like flowing, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that. And I'd always question like, do you know what? Yeah, I feel good straight away. And for me, I feel like I was one of them where I wouldn't eat meat for a bit and I'll just go straight back to it because I'd think, okay, these effects are gonna take ages. Like, is it gonna be worth it? But for me, this was the main thing which got me like, yo, this is serious. I'm gonna cut it out. Okay, so on to point number 2. Point number 2 was a confusing one, and I think it just went down to how I cook my foods in the kitchen. So with me and meat, I like my herbs, I like my marinades, I like my spices, and with fish, I can just do without it. I have my fish really clean. I feel like fish is a whole lot tastier than meat. Like, meat without marinade and oils isn't that great in my opinion. Like, it can be tender, it can be this and that, but I need sauces, I need oils, I need this, I need that. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you can relate, because for me, that is just how it is. But with fish, I kind of just have my meals really clean. And for that reason, not eating any meat kind of made me a whole lot leaner, a whole lot quicker. This is a video of me when I was eating meat, and this is literally 4 weeks later. I put this video on Instagram because I was like, yo, man's looking lean. Like, I wouldn't put it out there if I felt like I was looking leaner than usual, do you know what I'm saying? And that generally was just going down to being a pescatarian at the time. And I remember talking to my boys about it, like, yo, this is a serious thing, trying to chat to them, trying to convince them, and I was like, do you know what? Eating chicken wings doesn't really faze me. Yeah, one of the other immediate effects was that I did get leaner. On to the next point. Okay, so the final immediate effect I got from not eating meat was 100% related to my training. And more specifically, my cardio training, aka running. I am not a runner. I don't like it. Never have. I do now. I want to say I love it, but I don't love it. I just do it, okay? But for me, running has just got a whole lot easier. Purely because when I was running before, I did have the feeling of feeling bloated. I felt heavy because either I had meat the night before or I had meat on the day. But now when I run, I do not feel like I'm being held back. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel like strides are like a solid 20 kg. I feel light on my feet. In fact, that's the main thing I feel like. I feel really light on my feet and like there's nothing better than feeling light on your feet. It's like if you're in a football game or a rugby game, whatever sports you guys do, like when you're on a date and you feel like you're just flowing, you're just moving, nothing's stopping you. That is exactly how I felt. Probably like 3 weeks in to actually not eating meat, and my body kind of just normalized to just being clean. After them 3 immediate effects, I was like, do you know what? Let me just long this out. Let me give it another few weeks, another few months, and kind of just see how it goes. So this led me on to discover the long-term benefits of not eating any meat. And for me, these were quite surprising, and these generally have transformed my body. A lot of things related to my life in a lot of ways. Alright, so one of the first long-term benefits that I got from not eating any meat was actually really surprising, and I only figured it out once I did some research because I had an inkling it was to do with it. But it was 100% my skin. My skin was never really bad. I didn't really have bad acne, it was quite a blessing. However, it wasn't always so radiant, it wasn't always as shiny. I didn't feel like it was like glowy. But now I feel like it's way more radiant, it's a little bit more shiny. Alright, so when I realised this, I did think for a second, surely just not eating meat has actually helped my skin that much. However, Google comes to the rescue, as I did Google whether this was actually related, and Google in fact told me that red meat often contains saturated fat and cholesterol, which means the consumption of red meat leads to inflammatory in the body, and our skin requires to make collagen, and too much collagen at that. A lot of you won't understand what that means, and do you know what? It isn't even that deep. You don't need to know. All you need to know is that it's actual facts that not eating meat, especially red meat, does improve your skin. And that was a big surprise to me, and 100% a motivator. For me, skin is actually a really big thing. Whether you do like influencing or modeling or not, it doesn't even matter. Day-to-day jobs, office jobs, whatever it is, like having good skin is just 100% a nice confidence booster. And it's one of them that everyone obviously wants. So yeah, this is 100% one of them where I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm not eating meat. I can't do this. I'm rather have nice shiny skin. So that is that, and that generally was a surprise. But yeah, not eating meat did 100% improve my skin. Okay, so the next point is quite essential, and I think it's actually really interesting. So when I stopped eating meat, I did actually experiment, because I was leaner and I was like, do you know what, can I get as big as I was? Can I maybe put a bit more muscle on again? And I did quite quickly actually. Okay, so this actually allowed me to discover that when I didn't eat meat, I could fluctuate between my weights so much easier. So a lot of people will listen to that, yeah, and be like, mate, I don't need to fluctuate my weights. 1 week I don't need to be 60 kg, and then next week I need to be 85. Like, why is that even necessary? And yeah, 100%, you don't need to do that unless you're competing. Facts, and I don't compete, so I don't need to do that. But the one thing that it was actually beneficial for and opened up my eyes is that, like, you should be able to do that. And one thing that I've actually gained from this is 100% just like being in the cycle of your body where you can control specifics like weight maintenance. A lot of people struggle to change their weight if they are ingesting meat because of the whole process of digesting the food, on how much is going to stick, on how much is going to stay. But eating cleaner foods allows your body to just digest it, allows it to flow the exact way it should, and most importantly allows you to maintain the weight that you want to be at. Okay, so this leads me on to my final point in how not eating meat has generally made my life a whole lot better. So, the last reason being, not specific, but overall, my health. So, I'm just going to say health because I want to just put everything into it. I'm talking my sleep. I'm talking how much energy I've got when I wake up. I'm talking how much energy I've got on midday. I'm just talking about generally everything. As a person, I feel so much healthier, and do you know what? I never expected it. I think that's the best thing about trial and error. Like, you have to trial things because you're going to get results that you just don't expect. And for me, the maybe I didn't expect is by the end of it, 6 months down the line, to be like, shit, I actually feel so good right now compared to when I did eat meat. So, absolute facts, people. And all I can say is trial and error things. Not everything is for everyone, and not everyone is for everything. Don't just like do something because you're used to doing it. Like, if you've eaten meat your whole life, yeah, don't just think I've eaten meat for what, 20 years now, why would I stop? Or maybe just even if you're vegan, don't be like, oh, I'm vegan since I was born. I don't know, like, why would I just want to change over? I don't know, it's complicated, it's up to you. However, for me, trial and error is the key to finding exactly what you want. So I'm gonna leave you there. Big love, big vibes, respect, peace, and on to the next video.